What up, Net fans? NetsBoy here, bringing your latest in your Brooklyn Nets news. Today is December 16th? Yes, 16th. It's almost Christmas time. Oh my god, can you believe that? It's crazy. Bought new sunglasses. These were originally a Christmas present for myself, but since I broke my other ones in that rage that I had while I was watching the Knicks-Nets game last week, I got a new pair. And you can't really tell. They don't look any different, but they're new. I think it's a little interesting and kind of funny. My last video was my song, Fire Jason Kidd. Kind of rushed it the way I wrote it. It was kind of like a spur of the moment thing. I was just really pissed off at Jason Kidd. It was fun, though. I just thought it was a little funny that I wrote that song and they went on a winning streak, the Nets. They won 3 straight. They beat the Milwaukee Bucks, then they beat the Celtics, and then in awesome fashion they beat the Clippers. And I'm saying to myself, all right, all right, this is good. They're good now. They're figuring it out. Darren Williams came back, and Brook Lopez was back. They were playing well. Williams actually looked like he wanted to play instead of just kind of being out there. They looked good. They got a flow to them. Joe Johnson was hitting shots. The team wasn't just standing around watching each other play. And then they ran into the Pistons, and they lost. But Lopez did not play in that game, which brings me to my most logical analysis of the Nets. As Charles Barkley likes to say over and over again, and if you ever watch NBA TV or not NBA TV, TNT, and listen to Charles Barkley talk about the Nets, he will say this about 17 times in about 5 minutes. If the Brooklyn Nets want to succeed, Darren Williams and Brook Lopez need to play like all-stars. They have to be the 2 best players on their team. Because Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce don't have anything left in the tank. I said if they didn't have anything left in the tank, they aren't going to be good. So they need Brook Lopez and Darren Williams to be the best players on the court and being all-stars. So, in conclusion, the Nets need Brook Lopez and Darren Williams to be all-stars. If they don't, this team won't be good because Garnett and Pierce got nothing left in the tank. That's basically what he says. And he will be that, redundant with it, too. If you ever watch TNT and watch him talk about the Nets, it's kind of funny. Because no matter what game is on or no matter what's happening, he talks about the Nets, he always says, the Brooklyn Nets need Darren Williams and Brook Lopez to be all-stars. That's my Charles Barkley impression. I'm not very good at accents or mimicking people, but, that's my Barkley impression. But he's right. As much as he likes to bring it out, the Nets are only going to be as good as Brook Lopez and Darren Williams play. Joe Johnson is going to help them out a lot, and the role players are going to be useful, but Garnett and Pierce, they're not the guys. They're some complementary players on this team. They need Darren Williams to score 18 and get 8 assists every night, and they need Lopez to be 20 and 7-ish. I wish the guy would freaking get some rebounds. Him and Kendrick Perkins are the only 2 starting centers to not average a double-double this year. There's Brook Lopez. Get some boards. You're 7 feet tall. I'm gonna probably write a song about Brook Lopez and getting rebounds because he's getting on my nerves now, and he's my favorite Net, and I'm beginning to yell at him. But Lopez went down in the Clippers game, sprained ankle, like always. He seems the Nets are getting hurt. Didn't play in the Pistons, and it was so bad. They got dominated by the Pistons bigs. Greg Monroe, Josh Smith, Andre Drummond. They just destroyed the Nets front court, which I knew was going to happen. Nets went on a run, made it close. Jason Kidd, bad coaching decisions down the stretch of, not calling a timeout at a certain time and making a bad decision, getting out coached. I will say this about Jason Kidd. Since I wrote this song, it seems like maybe somehow he heard my song. I don't know how. I only had 18 views. Maybe he was one of my 18. Because he seems to be more engaged. He seems to be more trying to figure out how to make the team work and more open of being really a coach. So I will say to him, okay, Jason, you're starting to try to figure it out, but it's still not good enough. And yes, they won 3 of their last 4, after I wrote a song about them sucking, or Jason Kidd sucking, which maybe I like to think that my song had something to do with it, maybe. But, you know, he's figuring out more, but he completely got out-coached at the end of that at the end of the Pistons game. He, you know, what drove me crazy was when he called a timeout for, like, the last play of the game, which to me was stupid because there was still, like, I think, like, 8 seconds left, like 5 seconds left. Or, I don't remember, oh man, I'm trying to remember now, it was a while ago, I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. But he calls a timeout, last timeout, and the play that he wrote up was I don't know, maybe it wasn't executed properly, but Joe Johnson gets the ball and just like this crazy fadeaway 3. And I'm like, that's what you wrote up with a timeout? Like, that's the best play you could figure out. I don't remember. Oh, man, I wish I could now. Because I remember I was flipping out the TV saying that that's what you do. I don't know. Jason Kidd, I hate you a little bit less because you look like you're doing a little bit better, but I still think you should be fired. But, whatever. But the Nets did win 3 of their last 4. Lopez is expected to be back Monday night against the 76ers. That's where they're playing. That's a game that they should win. I know the 76ers have played very well this year. Well for them. But I think they should win that game. And you know what? The Nets are looking like they're figuring it out and getting better and better. They certainly aren't going to win 60 games like I predicted them at the beginning of the season. But they certainly could be the 3 seed. Because you look at the East, it is a joke. It's a big joke. You got like... The Hawks are like 500 at the 3 seed. Like, what the hell? It's one of the biggest jokes I've ever seen. Oh, my God. So I definitely think the Nets could easily win like 45 games if they get a little hot. I think they should still win 50 because I think they certainly are capable of getting on such a good run that they could end up with over 50 wins. That wouldn't shock me one bit. I'm going to still say they're going to win about 50 games. Maybe go, 52 and 30. That would be a pretty impressive run considering that they've lost 14, 15 games right now as it is. That would be pretty cool if they actually did that. But, so that means they can only lose like 15 more games. But it could happen. They could figure it out and go on a long run. So I'm going to say 50 games is my expectation of this team. And I expect them to be the 3 seed because really they are the 3rd best team in the East. The record might not show it, but the way the East is, they're the 3rd best team. The Knicks, I don't even know what's going on with them. I feel bad because at least the Nets have an excuse. They've been injured. Knicks, I don't know what your excuse is. You go from such a great team last year to garbage. Tyson Chandler, okay, he's out. He shouldn't be that big of an important player. As he's great at defense, but you should still win more games. Like, the Nets were missing 4/5 of their starting lineup at one point. Like, whatever. That is completely beside the point. So we'll see what happens with the Nets coming forward. Now, before I go, I just want to make a shout out to someone who seems to be my only real fan. I don't know who you are. Justin Sheppard. I've seen you comment on some of my videos. I've seen you repost some of my videos, and actually I think you are the reason why my one video got over 100 views. I don't know who you are, but I thank you. I sincerely thank you because I don't know how you found me out. I don't know if you were friends with somebody who posted this video, of one of my friends on Facebook. I don't know, because I just post my videos on Facebook as well, and most of my views are just my friends just being like, humoring me, saying, thanks, Paul. Oh, shoot, that's my actual name. Oh, I just gave it away. Oh, yes, my name is Paul. My first name is Paul. That's all. If you didn't know, and I just want to thank you for being like a true, fan of mine. I don't know if you really are a fan of me as much as you just are a Nets fan and you like to hear other people complain about the Nets. I don't know. But thank you again, Justin. It's really cool that you actually have commented. None of my friends have commented. What are you doing, friends? I'm calling you out. Why aren't you guys reposting my videos? So once again, thank you. And maybe I'll run into you at a Nets game. I mean, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you look like, but I always usually go to a Nets Mavericks game. I went last year because Vince Carter is my favorite player, and I'm thinking about. I'm probably gonna go this year. I haven't yet decided yet. I usually try to go to one or two Nets games. I mean, I live in New Jersey, West Jersey, so I don't get to a lot of Nets games as much as I would like to. But hey, maybe if I actually, maybe I'll see you there or something. I don't know how we'll contact, because I just think it's really cool to actually, see somebody or have somebody who I don't know actually listen to me. So once again, thank you, Justin Sheppard. You, in my opinion, are the only NetsBoy fan. So thank you. And if you don't really care as much, well, don't let me know, because it makes me feel good about it. So thank you again. So there you have it. That's basically all I was going to talk about this week. Was just talking about how the Nets went on a little bit of a winning streak and getting going and trying to, and maybe they can get something going out there. They got a little bit more of an easier schedule coming up. The 76ers, they got the Wizards. The Pacers are going to be dangerous, but, they could get some wins here. So let's just continue keeping our fingers crossed, Nets fans, and Justin Sheppard and Nets fans. Because I believe, and I hope you guys believe, the Nets can be the 3 seed and they can continue this upward trend. So until next week, this is NetsBoy, signing off.